Imagine being invited to a dinner, a dance, or a ball in the middle of the woods, which you could only get to by boat or ferry. Well, that was the entire purpose and novelty of Claife Viewing Station on Lake Windermere, one of the earliest monuments to tourism in the Lake District, where I am right now. Originally, this walkway would have been lined with a lot more yews, laurels, and shrubs, deliberately to obscure the view in true picturesque fashion to make a more dramatic grand reveal once you got to the top. In the ground floor here was a dining room and a cellar, although the main feature of the house was this incredible drawing room, accessed by a spiral staircase at the back of the station. Created in the late 18th century, Claife Viewing Station's entire purpose was to astound wealthy guests with the intrinsic artistic beauty of the natural landscape. This is what Claife Station would have originally looked like. Each of the original windows would have been filled with coloured glass, but these colours weren't random. They were to invoke specific sensory emotions or feelings. They were intended to look through the coloured glass as though it were a filter, to help you imagine what this scene might have looked like in different seasons. Yellow for summer, orange for autumn, green for spring, light blue for winter, dark blue for moonlight, and lilac to conjure thoughts of thunderstorm. Though Mary Maria Higginson wrote that in the 1830s, the highlight of her attending the dance was the novelty of only being able to get there by boat, that's still the main way that people access Claife Viewing Station today. You can pay £4.80 to get this ferry all the way across, which I've got by myself today. I didn't film when it was actually behind me because the wind is like this. Or you can get the car ferry for £1.10 per pedestrian, which is just as beautiful, and the legacy ferries that have been in operation since the 13th century here, and the steam ferries since 1870. You can also walk to Claife from Ray Castle or from Ambleside, which is what I did last year, which gives some exceptionally picturesque view. It goes past Roman ruins and all sorts. Once you get a bit closer to Claife, you can choose between a gentle lakeside walk or the more exciting up and down, which puts you about up there through the forest you can see behind me. Lovely as the views are, it's about this steep going down. It felt really dangerous when I was in actual walking gear like this, but steeper the whole way down. Not going to go up there to get some footage in this outfit anyway. I honestly do understand why, before the influence of the picturesque movement, this was described as the most barren, frightful place in 1770 by Daniel Defoe. The original walk-up went through Claife Station House and Courtyard, which in 1816, William Wordsworth wrote in giving directions to Henry Crabb Robertson: "Put yourself under the guidance of an old woman who will come out to meet you if you ring or call for her." It's a fantastic sort of gateway and a pertinence to a pleasure house called the Station, now managed by the National Trust to be just as welcoming, with an artwork corner and a nice cafe. And after having visited Claife twice now already, I can't help but marvel at the possibility of running a summer ball here and having exactly the same experience. And just a reminder, we're still fundraising for my friend Mahmood to try and get him and his mother out and pay for her chemotherapy treatment, as well as a separate fundraiser for his nieces and nephews who are orphaned.